my channel. Make sure you subscribe, like and comment.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel once again. Today we're gonna be talking about the episode 8 of Ready to Love. I don't know if I'm the only one that felt like this. Ever since last week's episode, I now feel as if this show is a joke because most of the people that are there don't really have connections and they're just joking around, aka Laron. I don't know what he's doing there. He's the most confused person, having connections out of the blue that I never knew he had before. And the way he behaved in last week's episode, where he just outrightly called out Alexis, like he targeted Alexis for Alexis to leave the show. And that really disappointed me in the show because I was not like, are we now on the love show targeting people uh, to leave the show? Or are you there to find love? It's really a confusing thing to me. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about today's episode of the show. So today's episode, we got to see them really the ladies' choice this week actually, and they were to how would I put it they were to show the guys they like to their exes, to their ex partners, and so that the ex partners would, judge it. Firstly, before we talk about what happens to the ex, do you really understand why they have to meet up with their ex? Because in real life, why would I be meeting up with my ex, asking my ex to judge my new relationship?
No, I don't understand that part because I would never go to my ex expecting him to make a good choice for me when I know the way we separated.
Yeah,
So no, I don't understand that. And maybe it's Tommy's trying to use it to get more insight on the women, or I would rather go to like a brother, like one of my brothers to go with me on this date with these guys. You know what I'm saying? But not my ex. A boy cousin, anything, but not my ex. So it was just kind of crazy how they're doing that. But
yeah. I still don't understand why they need to meet up with their exes because sometimes some exes are still in love with you, so they might sabotage your chances of being happy. They might purposely pick the wrong person for you so as for you not to be happy. And some of the time they don't just outrightly like you. So what if one of my ex is someone that doesn't like me or didn't like me? So the person went ahead and sold me a wrong choice. Oh well. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about this ladies and the exes they brought along.
oh,
The first person we're going to talk about is Patrice. Hi, thank you for joining us. The first person we're going to talk about is Patrice. And she brought her ex and she brought Alonzo and William to have this chat with her ex. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked Patrice's I kind of like Patrice's ex because I felt like he did ask the questions that needed to be asked. And I think that his questions were the kind of questions that would push somebody that was not serious to become serious.
right.
Because
I agree.
we saw you went something.
No, I said I agree.
Yeah, because we saw that in Alonzo. Because truthfully, I myself I'd be thinking that Alonzo is not serious. Alonzo is not a person to be taken seriously. And so it was great that he put that out there. I always, in this whole formation, in this whole meeting, I've always preferred Williams for Patrice to Alonso.
Right.
From the time started having connections with the both of them, I've always preferred um Williams to Alonso. Now, what I want to ask in this whole conversation, after the conversation was done and everything was over, who did you prefer more? Who would you have told her stick with, or who would you have told her, you know what, get away from this person and be with this person? And with the questions that the ex asked, who do you think was the best choice, or who came out as the best choice for her?
Well, I like Alonzo, but I think Alonzo is really kind of young minded. He's playful, he's youthful, and he doesn't seem like he can get really serious. Um, and as far as William goes, William seems more laid back, more put together. I don't know how he honestly deals with his anger. He says he walks away and he comes back, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of seeing something there. But as far as a better match for her, I would say William, because it seems like William is an open book. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he seems like he carries around uh, maturity, and hey, I've been through that. I know how to handle that. Now I know what I want, because he said he was married twice before, so now he knows what he wants and what he actually needs. So he seems like that's what he's seeking. And it seems to be up Patrice's alley, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
So,
I would have picked William.
so your choice would have been William
Yes.
instead of Alonso.
Yes.
Mm.
Alonzo, he's there for the play, and you know, he just doesn't seem like he would be the type that would really settle down and get serious. you know he just seems like he's always in play mode.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like, to add to what you said, I feel like Alonso is just here for gain. I know it's a show. You gain popularity, you gain fame, and whatnot. I feel like he's just here for those things. I don't feel like there is this. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but
Mhm.
that's what he's always giving me whenever it comes to the screen. He always wants to say the right things. He always wants to do the right things. Um, I just feel like that. And also, when probably because I'm also one person that go on social media a lot, and when I check their social media, I'm following some of them from the show, and I check on most of their Instagrams, and I check on most of their posts. I feel a certain kind of way about them. That is, I like, it's not rubbing me the right way, and I feel like they probably came for the show for the wrong reasons. They didn't come on the show for the right reasons at all.
Right.
As in,
I just feel like Alonzo, he pursued Patrice from the beginning, and he's never really paid the other women any attention, you know. But like later on in the show, as you see, he kind of switched up a little bit. And was that just to stay on the show, not to be voted off?
exactly, yeah. Not to be
So
voted off, yeah.
yeah, so he's flip flopping a little bit. Either
Exactly.
either you're ready to love or you're ready to just stay on the show and try and ride it out as far as you can.
Mm, exactly. The fact is that me, I love when you are consistent. If you say, okay, fine, Patrice is the one person I do like,
Mm-hmm.
and you've been chasing her from the beginning, you've chased her from the beginning, then now just because they are now getting to the essence of if you don't like other people, there's a possibility that you might get removed from the show. You then start saying you like other people. It's not giving consistency,
Right.
right? It's not giving consistency. Stick with the person you like. Then if unfortunately you get to leave the show because you don't have connections to other people, fine and good, right?
Right.
Then if the person did like you, might self eliminate, or you wait for the person till the person gets eliminated also from the show.
Mm-hmm.
So you now saying, "Oh, I like," you are going to like, "Oh, yes, I like you too," trying to pursue other people so as not to be removed from the show. It's not giving me a new light. Like, okay, were you lying? Were you honest your feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Are you truthful with your feelings? That's what's giving me. For William, and William, like I said, William has been an open person. I've always known that he has been for Mia and Patrice. But the only problem I have with him is that he has a certain kind of jealousy with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of okay, that kind of shakes me a little bit. I'm like, okay, is this good? Is this good? But at
Right.
least it's open, like like it's like this is who I am. Do you accept me or not?
Mm-hmm.
That is why I like Williams. He's like, this is who I am, an open book. This is who I am. This is what I do. This is how I do things. Do you accept me or not? That's how I say it. Well, I feel like she most of the times we ladies we like to see their because Alonzo is more appealing to the eye. If you look at Alonso and you look at Williams, Alonso is more appealing to the eye. So we sometimes ladies we kind of tend to like look at that. But I hope she makes the right decision at the end of the day. I do hope she makes the right decision. But when it comes to exes that I did like the questions and the way they asked the questions, it would be Patricia ex because he did an amazing job. He didn't come off as um yeah, I still have lingering feelings for her, So
Right.
he knew what he wanted. He knew that he was not there to he knew what he came for, to be
Right.
there for a friend. So I
Right.
did like his conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, he
I can't say
started.
that for the others.
Yeah, he started off his conversation as saying, "Yeah, we dated, but if we would have never broke up, I would have never found my wife."
Mm-hmm.
So he let him know, "Hey, I'm I'm booked and busy. I have a
Mm-hmm.
wife. I'm not after Patrice, but she's my friend." So he asks very good questions. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you can date somebody and it's just one or two things you just really don't like about them,
Mm-hmm.
that you need to get to the bottom of, and it might be a few things that they don't like about you, but they never say. So it's good to know these things going in.
Yeah. Anyways, moving forward, we had Mika. She couldn't bring any of the exes because our last ex, I guess, it was a very brutal relationship. So there's no way she will be bringing that. And I respect her for realizing that. I don't care what they say about exes. My exes was not a good person. I don't want to have that person around me. Then she
Right.
complained to Tommy. I love that she brought herself. She made herself vulnerable. You
Hmm.
know, to do that, to say,
Right.
you know what, I recognize my relationship was shit, and right now I don't want to bring that shitty situation into my new experience. So
Hmm.
I do commend her. She had this chat with Tommy, and Tommy was like, you know what, I can't have you sitting down there alone with those guys. So I'm going to come and sit instead of your ex. What did you feel about him coming as Mika's ex instead of Mika's ex?
Well, I think he came with a bunch of great questions, that kind of made her think and speak on about how she
Oh,
feels, and he kind of went off of the things that she was saying and said, "Hey, I'm gonna push it off on these guys and see how they would deal
yeah,
with it," which brought out
yeah.
even more information, you know, as far as you know, who the character of these guys are, so
Mm-hmm.
I like Tommy's questions. That they were very good questions, like he said he wanted to peel back those layers, and I think he did.
Yeah. I loved the questions he asked, and I love that he referenced to most of the things that Mika has complained about, and and like
Hmm.
asked those questions because it's from there we got to find out that Laron, not only is he a party head, he's a gamer that spends half of his day gaming, especially if there's a new game. He doesn't leave his game room. And I'm like, how would you be a gamer that is into gaming? I know, yes, I myself I'm into gaming. I love playing games,
Hmm.
but not to the extent of I don't realize that there's life after it, or I have other things to do in life.
Right.
When I'm playing games is when I do these kind of things is when I'm like I'm kind of down. I'm kind of realize that maybe I'm kind of getting a little bit depressed or whatnot, and I'm trying to give myself things of joy. Then you see me playing games. I love playing games, but I don't think my gaming will be when I have serious things going on or I have a lot of things that I have to do. If you just see me sitting down and I'm playing games for a long while, just know that something is wrong with me. And I'm trying to get myself to a happy space. And gaming and watching some m- movies kind of gets me to a space that I feel like, okay, I can get myself back, you know. But you saying that you play game and you want to get married, you're telling yourself that you came to this experience to find love, and the end focus is to get married, have a wife, have kids. So how do you plan? Because he was confusing me. How do you plan on getting married, having kids, when you are so much into gaming that he even said is so bad that when a new game comes out, he literally spends almost the whole day playing the game.
Yeah, he said the weekend, and he might call off of work. So that's anywhere from 24 to
Yeah.
72 hours. Like, are you showering? How do you think? Are you eating? Are you using the bathroom? Like, are you brushing your teeth? Like, you know what I'm saying? Are you
Uh-huh.
answering the phone for important calls? You're missing money. So why are you doing that when that game will be here when you get back? I understand gaming and everything. You know, I, hey, I might do it maybe 30 minutes, an hour if I have that hour to spare, which usually I don't, So I may do it like 10, 15 minutes. And I'm like, okay, look, you got other things to do. Keep it pushing, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Even if I had all day to do it, I don't think that I would. It's too many other things to be done you know so that's just me. But once he said that, I was like, okay, look, she already got boys. She don't need a third boy. She don't need to be raising no grown man. You know what I'm saying? What do? You open the door and you say, here's your breakfast, here's your lunch, here's your snacks, here's your dinner, because you're not coming out of that room. Oh, heck to the no. We won't be doing that. So that just goes to show his maturity. He's not ready for a family. I don't even think he's ready to love. Because
I don't
like
think so.
when did
Laurent,
they make that connection? When did they make that connection? I never seen them two really talking.
exactly. All I knew he was pursuing was Kosia. So
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
yeah. I was shocked. I was like, what? Did they leave some stuff out? Did I miss something? Because I never knew of this connection. So it's crazy. No,
That's why I asked. That's why I asked from the beginning. I said, "What is Laurent still doing here?" Because from the beginning, we saw him actively pursuing Kosia, and I did think that when Kosia would have left, I thought he was going to be following her the next week. But
right.
he's still here, deceiving himself, not me, deceiving himself that he still has connections. Connections that were never there. I don't even see the connection.
And me either. I really don't. I mean, I never seen him even bat an eye towards somebody else besides Koshia. So is he there to try to play the game and stay in the game? Because it doesn't seem like he's looking for love.
Yeah. And I love that Mieka clocked it and was like, you know what? At the end of the day, she was like, you know what? I feel it's just purely friendship vibes between me and Laron because
Hmm.
I can't be doing that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, with Justin, Justin looks matured. I guess probably because he's a teacher, I felt like he knew how to handle it.
Yeah.
I thought it, but do you feel like there's a connection between Mika and Justin?
No, I think Justin likes her looks, but I don't think that he is really interested in her simply because he's a young man who wants a child, and she's like, no, I'm definitely not trying to do all that because she already has two others, you know. So, I, at this point, I don't see any love connection between Mika and Justin.
I feel like he has more connection with Rasheena than Mika.
Right.
You said?
I said, right.
Yeah. But I did love how he composed himself during these dates. At least he was better off than Laron.
Hmm.
He was better off than Laron. Now let's move on to the next dates in today's episode. We had Vanessa meeting her ex and Chaz and this other guy. What's his name?
Dominique,
Dominic.
the Dom.
Vanessa. Yeah. And what did you feel about this ex? Because and the way Dominic was kind of taking his reserves about the ex. Everybody has their stories, quite all right. But I
Right.
don't think you should judge other people's story because of your own story.
Right.
Just because
It's
you're,
Go ahead.
yeah, you were saying, no,
No,
go
go
on
ahead.
here.
No, I was gonna say he just seemed a little stand backish, like, do you still have an emotional connection? You know, and he just read too much into it instead of just sitting back, chilling and making passing your judgment later.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, you were not there for the ex.
True.
You were there for Vanessa. You were there to prove a point to Vanessa. You were there to make Vanessa know that yes, I do really like you.
Mm-hmm.
So you focusing on the kind of relationship or how they started their relationship or where their relationship is right now should not have been your problem. Let the problem be at Vanessa. Or even if it was a problem, it should not be something that should be discussed at this table right now and here. It should be something that could have been discussed later on. So I feel like Dominic handled the situation very poorly, very badly. And you could notice that because of that, he kind of was not there. He just, drifted a little bit after that kind of thing came out.
Right. He just kind of set back to the side,
Yeah.
because he made pre-assumptions about what her relationship used to look like.
Mm-hmm. So that's like I felt like because of that assumption, he just kind of withdrew and be like, you know what, I'm not really into this date. And that kind of pissed me off because that's the one you're supposed to do. You're supposed to
Right.
be there to for Vanessa. You're supposed to let Vanessa know that I got your back any day, anytime.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I
but
got your back.
at the same time, he by that assumption, he made Vanessa kind of make a mental note about him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true.
So yeah, so now she has her thoughts about his reaction.
Chaz was a difference in the case. I loved Chaz, although I've always felt like Chaz is like a playboy that doesn't know what he's doing and he's here for the play, just like Alonzo is here for jokes. He's not really here to find love. But I loved how he handled these dates.
Yeah, at the beginning, I felt that Chaz was like him and Vanessa was like, oh, you could just kind of see the chemistry. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't show that he was really interested in any of the other women, But as we move on, it just seems like, okay, Chaz, you you buy the flowers and everything, but you still have a wandering eye, you know and I
Mm-hmm.
do get that. Hey, you're supposed to get out there and mingle with everybody, and see what's what, but I don't think I ever seen him actually dive into that part, you know of exploring other women. It was just, hey, I really like Vanessa. Vanessa was his top. I mean, he went on
Mm-hmm.
a date with Patrice, and he went on a date with
Mm-hmm.
Alexis, you know. But I felt like Vanessa was his top pick,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you know. So I don't know. I'm starting to have different thoughts about Chaz, as I watch, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute. He's not really acting like the upright guy that he portrayed
Yeah.
that he was.
Yeah. He portrayed the steps. Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
he's acting kind of snakish, like a dog in heat, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the heck? Like, who are you
Yeah.
really? So, ooh, Lord have mercy.
Really, God of mercy.
Yeah.
um, okay, let's go to the next date, and that's my Mia. Mia decided to bring her ex. Now, this ex still has lingering feelings for Mia. This was very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I loved how he put William and Justin at the hot seats. But who did you think between William and Justin, who came out on the top after this date?
I think William did because Justin, once he heard finances and she spoiled, he was like, hey, look, my money's not that long. And I don't know if I could play this game. You know what I'm saying? And William was like, hey, I got 6 different incomes. You know, he's sounding off stability. You know what I'm saying? Like money's not an issue over here. You know, and when Justin, he's like, well, wait a minute, hold up, I make under 100,000 a year. You know, and then after taxes is gonna be, you know, and then I'm taking care of this, I'm taking care of that. You know, he was doing the math in his head.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, oh, you too expensive for me. You know, even though she said, hey, I make my own money, you know, but as soon as he heard that she's spoiled and there's some expenses that come with this girl, he's like, I'm gonna have to rethink this.
Mm-hmm. So, um, but who? So you feel like William came up on top?
Yeah,
Because William
most
was
definitely.
more confident, even if he doesn't make much, but he was more confident in what he made. He didn't allow that bring him down, and I love that you are confident in who you are.
Well, you know, me, this is, you know what I'm saying? You can fall in love with somebody who is flat broke
Mhm.
and you'll struggle, you know, but then you find your happiness. You can be in love with somebody who makes great money, but then you're miserable as hell because they're treating it more like, hey, look, you know, we're not here to spend and splurge and, you know what I'm saying? And there's always arguments, even though there's money, there's still always arguments. You know what I'm saying? Or you can be
Mhm.
with somebody who's middle class, you know, and basically you can have a pretty decent life depending on how you manage the money. You know, so I
Mm.
don't think money is really an issue when it comes to love. Well, it shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Because the heart loves who the heart loves.
Yeah. Well, I hope she makes the right choice for herself because most of them, I think, they are looking at the handsomeness, the beauty of the man, and not the quality.
Right.
Most of them are looking at the quantity. Okay, no, let's say the quantity and not the quality, or the quality and not the quantity. Most of them are not looking above that beauty, handsome, cute face. They are looking. Most of them are not just looking behind up behind that. As everybody just looking at, oh, he's handsome, he's cute. And
Right.
we're not here to eat handsome. We don't eat handsome. We don't eat
True.
cute.
True.
That's not what gets you through a relationship or a marriage.
It's very true.
It's other things. So I hope Maya makes the right decision because I also feel like Justin has checked out already. Because yeah, because if you look at his conversations at the confessionals, it's like when I heard that, it already showed me that she's a expensive lady and I cannot do that. Yeah, he looks as if he has checked out
Yeah, he did.
from Mia.
Oh yeah.
Looks as if he has checked out. Now, let's go to this date between Rasheena, Justin, Chaz. I didn't know that Chaz and Rasheena were speaking. I was surprised. Did you notice?
I never seen them make eye contact, touch a shoulder, or give a little fake laugh to, or whatever. I never knew. This is shocking. Like, where did this love interest come from? I thought she was all into Justin. You know what I'm saying? And I thought he was all into Vanessa. So to see those two together, very shocking.
Yeah. So surprising. When I saw him, I was like, what the heck? What the heck? But this whole date between Roshina, her ex, baby daddy, and Justin and Charles, who did you think came out and was like, yes, I feel like this person did an amazing job in answering the question?
Uh, I don't even remember his questions that he asked him. Um, I'm trying to think right now. Uh, if you can refresh my memory real quick.
I think they talked about his kids, the co-parenting. They talked about as in, I, I myself have forgotten most of the questions because it wasn't really that memorable like that.
Yeah, because I think I probably checked out a little bit because I was like, okay, where did this come from? You know what I'm saying? I, it's like you guys are slipping things in, and I'm not even catching it until I'm actually seeing it. I feel like pages have been ripped out of the book that we didn't get a chance to read. You know what I'm saying? And then bam, here it is right in my face. Like, what? So I probably just kind of zoned out a little bit, like didn't really hear the questions. I remember something vaguely about them saying about Chaz saying, "Oh, you guys co-parent real well," and I kind of vaguely remember that. But any more of the question, it's a blur to me.
Yeah. The
Because
episode
it
itself
doesn't
was a
feel
flop to
real.
me.
Because it doesn't feel real.
Yeah. Well, I was so surprised. She has his number and they call. Wow,
Mm.
it was surprising.
Yeah, it just doesn't
It's
seem
very.
like this is real. Like, when did they go out on dates? We didn't see no dates
Mhm.
between them, did we?
I didn't
Oh,
even know the start
when
of the
she
relationship.
when she went to his house that time,
Yeah,
when he had his friend over, she went to the house, and I think M- Maya, no, not Maya, Mieka was there.
yeah, Mieka and Vanessa.
But wasn't Rashida there?
I can't really remember.
I
Yes,
think
Patrice. You're talking about the day they went to Chaz's house, right?
yes.
Patrice, Mika, Rashina. No, Rasheena was not there. Rasheena had a date differently with Justin, so she was not
Mm,
there. It was Patrice, um, Mika, and Vanessa.
okay. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. Okay. So, this is just taking me by storm here because I didn't see this coming, And like I said, I feel like some pages have been ripped out of the book because we never knew about it.
Yeah. Now, this part surprised me. All of a sudden, just because she went on a date with her ex and and she kind of like mentioned that sometimes she doesn't know when you are serious. All of a sudden, you are renting out a museum just to
Wow.
have a date with her. The
Very
gesture was
nice.
nice. I loved
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
It was nice. Well, why didn't you do all these things right from the beginning?
Yeah. I think it's all about, hey, I'm trying to win. you know, I'm
You
I'm
know?
I'm trying to, I'm trying to win this, you know, because I you know, but I
It
mean
was
he did a
surprising.
very good job.
But he did a
Yeah, he
very
did
good
a
job.
very
But
good
at the end
job.
of the day, we don't want to be in a relationship where you have to tell the person, oh, it might be a recurring thing where you have to remind the person, take me out on dates.
Right. I would rather not tell you exactly how to get me. I need you to figure it out. I'm not going to hand you my playbook. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need you to dig deep and figure it out and pursue me if I'm who you want. I'm not handing you a playbook. So it just seems like that was kind of like his little last ditch, like, I'm not really trying to go home, so let me woo her, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, like, how do you get a whole museum shut down? How? Like, do you know the director personally? You know, uh, do you know the head maintenance guy who, he's like, okay, look, I'm not gonna be cleaning on the West Wing right now, so you could go on with your film crew and set up how you want to and use that. I'm gonna be on the East Wing cleaning, so I'll be back in an hour. Y'all should be done. You know what I'm saying? Like, who does he know to get this? Because I know this boy ain't paid out of his pocket, you know, for this extravagant close down of an entire museum. No, it just seems a little far fetched.
Yeah. For me, I love the gesture. I love the way he went all out for her.
Yeah.
I love that he did it. That was nice. Like I love that. But my own question is, why now? Why
Mhm.
not all this time? Why didn't you show her all this while? Why did she have to call you out first for you to take it serious?
Right.
Well, I'm still gonna give him grace because sometimes it needs there's a need for people to call you out for you to understand. So let me just chime it down to yes. That was needed for him to understand her perspective or where she's coming from.
Right.
Now, the ladies came together back at the lounge to discuss who they wanted to send home. And we got to the two guys at the bottom was Alonzo, not surprising, and Dominic, not also surprising. At the end of the day, we saw them going on dates with them. Now, I want to talk about Dominic's date with Vanessa. Was his date was with who? Was it Vanessa? Or no, Vanessa was for Alonzo, right?
No,
Uh
Alonzo and
I didn't get you.
what's her name? Yeah, Vanessa was for Alonzo and Maya was
Yes,
was for
Maya.
Dominique.
Yeah. Now, what was surprising me is that you came to a date and the first thing you're like, and there's still hope for us. Like that is giving I'm reaching. The way Dominic was like trying to do a last minute speech, like he was pitching a project to Maya, like, yeah, we can still work, I'm like, it's already too late. Why didn't you show her all these things before your name came out? You know?
Right. He more like to me made it seem like Maya act like she was too good for him because he said he had tried to holler at her before, but they didn't really click up, you know. So basically he went after what he thought he could pursue because she was just unreachable. That's the feeling that I got from, him talking. Because when she was saying something about, I really tried to get to know you, and he was like, when?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you know, it's like she wasn't really looking at him like that because there was other prospects.
Yeah, but were you surprised that Dominic was the one that ended up being sent home?
No, not really. I really didn't feel a honest connection with him and any of those women. I didn't see it. It just seemed like he was just an extra chess piece on the board.
Yeah.
And he seems like a
Now,
really nice guy,
mhm.
but it doesn't seem
Oh,
like the
now,
women tried to really know him like that.
oh, wow. Okay, now we saw the trailer, the preview for next week's episode. What's your opinion about the preview for next week's episode?
Oh my God, there are some whores going on this trip. Golly, what the heck is going on? I seen some stuff and some behaviors like I didn't expect. Like, my God, these people are ready to be horny, not ready to love. I mean, they are turning up. You know what I'm saying? This is a weekend of freaky deakiness, you know? And I feel bad for Vanessa, but girl, it's good you know who you're dealing with. Because it's just wow. I mean, they're going buck wild.
Yeah.
What
I
did
have
you
for
think
next
about it?
week's episode.
Say what?
You you said something?
Yeah, I said, what did you think about it?
I That's what I'm saying. I can't wait for next week's episode because it was like giving a lot, and we still have the ladies still having to send somebody home. And we know that we're almost coming to an end because there are only five ladies remaining. So I want to see how everything will play out and who will be sent home. I'm just waiting to see next week's episode. I'm waiting
Yeah, it's gonna
for
be
next week's episode.
fascinating.
But I feel like Laron, if the ladies were to choose, I feel like Laron will be at the bottom for next week.
Most definitely, because I just don't see a connection unless he's gonna try and make a new one real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He needs to get his alliance up. Because I don't think nobody's really feeling him right now.
He should go home.
Yeah, he should. He
Go
should.
home
But
simple and short.
yeah, I definitely. Well, I thought the women just had their week, so isn't next week the men get to pick who goes home?
Huh?
Am I
Well,
right?
mm-hmm. You are.
Oh, okay. So somebody out of the women should be going home next week.
Yeah. I truly can't wait because now the episode is coming closer to the end. The season's coming closer to the end. I also love it that very soon I get to watch the reunion and see what all these issues, because there are some issues that did not end well. I want to see how those issues will play out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm anticipating. Well, anyways, guys, thank you very much for joining us today. Is there any other thing we didn't touch upon?
No, I think we covered it all.
Yeah. Thank you very much, guys, for watching again to another episode of Ready to Love. Join us tomorrow for Love and Marriage GC,
Right.
and will also be the next day. That's on a Monday. We're also going to be doing Married to Medicine and also RHOP. So make
Right.
sure you join us on these days. Tomorrow, same time tomorrow, Lower March, you see. Same time next on Monday, we have Married to Medicine and RHOP. See you guys.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Bye.